Howdy, folks. I'm everyone's favorite ball of wax, Waxy,
I'm Amber.
and here's some not candles. Our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Going Bridezilla After My Bridesmaid Spilled Wine on My Wedding Dress? And this one does have a content warning and involves the death of a parent. I'm a 27-year-old female and I got married a month ago. My wedding dress was this long lacy gown that my mom wore at her wedding. My mom passed away about 2 years ago. Because the dress was so important to me, I had a big plan to keep it safe from any damages. I would only wear the dress at the wedding itself, and I would switch to a more casual dress for the reception. When I was wearing the dress, I wouldn't eat or drink anything except water, and I would stay inside at all times. I promise I'm not usually this crazy about cleanliness, but this was my mom's dress, and the thought of it being damaged broke my heart. But I also know that I wanted to wear it when I got married to have a piece of her with me. She adored this dress and dreamed of me wearing it. My bridesmaids knew very well of my particularities with the dress. I had a room above the venue where I was getting ready. My dress was hanging in a safe place in the room. On the day of the wedding, I went down to check on something for the wedding, leaving my bridesmaids in the room, and here's what happened, as they told it to me. They opened a bottle of wine, my favorite, as a celebration. They poured themselves glasses and began to walk around checking out the room. One of my bridesmaids, Anna, a 27-year-old female, wanted to get a closer look at my dress. She got really close to it and started touching the lace. Somehow, her hand holding the glass of wine slipped, and the wine spilled all over the bottom of the dress. When I came upstairs, they told me what happened, and I started sobbing. My maid of honor called several professional cleaners, and they said there was no way that they could get the dress in before the wedding. They told us to save the dress and we could get it to them, so my maid of honor started doing that. After that call, I became extremely angry. I asked Anna what she was doing holding red wine so close to my dress when she knew how careful I was being. She dismissed it and said that it wasn't such a big deal because I was planning to wear a dress, so I could have gotten damaged that way too. I couldn't believe she said that. I called her thoughtless and careless and stupid. I told her that she was no longer part of the wedding and that I wanted her to leave, and she left, and neither of us have reached out to the other since. I got married in the dress that I had planned to wear to the reception, and I was heartbroken to not being able to wear my mom's dress. After the wedding, my bridesmaid joked that I was being a bridezilla for kicking Anna out after she made an honest mistake. I absolutely don't think that I'm the jerk or a bridezilla because Anna's reaction was so horrible and insincere. But I wanted to get the story off my chest and ask some people who might be more impartial. Am I the jerk? Alright folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk? Like, who goes to an heirloom wedding dress with a full glass of wine?
Seems like very poor judgment. Seems like very, very poor judgment on Anna's part to be holding wine next to a irreplaceable heirloom wedding dress. And even if it wasn't, why would you go anywhere near a wedding dress with wine before the wedding? Like, maybe, just maybe something might happen during the wedding or reception or something like that. But we didn't have even the option to find out if that would have happened. And it doesn't sound like anything happened to OP's actual wedding dress during the wedding or reception, often which does not happen. So her excuse really seemed just kind of like hand wavy, trying to avoid any consequences for actions here. I can imagine that if she was truly remorseful and like apologetic, OP might have actually been a little more like lenient. But she showed no remorse, it sounds like. She's just like, whatever. Sorry your heirloom wedding dress got ruined. Too bad. You could have ruined your other one. Which is just about the worst way of trying to, like, assuage someone's complaints, you know?
Mm-hmm. But we're for a vow renewal, OP.
Why? Why would you wander around with a glass of wine next to a white wedding dress that had such extreme sentimental values? Not the jerk. They couldn't have waited. They couldn't have waited to have wine. In my opinion, even if the dress wasn't sentimental because of your mom, the fact that it's your wedding dress automatically makes it VIP. It doesn't seem bridezilla or OTT 2, take precautions not to have a big ugly stain on your wedding dress. And the fact that Anna doesn't seem sorry makes me feel like she deserved to be kicked out. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Kicking My Maid of Honor and Her Mother Out of My Wedding? Yep, 2 wedding stories today. I'm a 28-year-old female, and I recently got married to my husband, a 31-year-old male. It was a big wedding, and it was amazing. My best friend, Elle, a 27-year-old female, was my maid of honor, and she helped with all of my wedding plans. She helped me make my wedding what it was, and I was extremely grateful. I decided to let my bridesmaid pick out their own dresses, and I just gave them a color scheme to match. The problem came when my niece, a 14-year-old female, came to the wedding in the same dress as Elle. I noticed and I found it funny as they both had the same hair color and my niece looked like a mini Elle. The dress didn't look that much like a bridesmaid dress and it looked amazing on both of them. Elle pulled me aside and started ranting about how my bratty teen niece came in the same dress as her. I brushed it off and said the dress doesn't really scream bridesmaid, so it's not like she wore a full-on ball gown. Elle then said that she needed to change her dress. I asked why, and she said that she looks better in it, and her wearing it is going to take away from her shine. I then told her that it isn't her time to shine, it's my wedding, and if she's wearing that dress, then I'm not going to be the one to make her change it. We moved on from this until Elle's mother came in and screamed at me for ruining her baby's day. I said it's not her day, and if they both carried on like this, then they would be removed from the wedding. She said fine and walked away. Not even 10 minutes later, my niece came to me crying because Elle's mother spilt red wine on her dress. I tried my best to get it off, but it was no use, and I had a couple of dresses in my car for if any of my bridesmaids had any issues with theirs, and luckily one fit the niece nicely. She thanked me and went back to the party. I went to Elle's mother and I brought her aside and yelled at her. She told me that she didn't want to, but Elle told her to do it. I said I didn't believe her and I told her to leave my wedding straight away. I then went to Elle and told her what her mother said. She then told me that she did tell her mom to spill the wine because she knew I had spare dresses in the car, so it wouldn't matter. I told her to leave and I needed some time away from her. She refused and I ended up having to practically push her out of the venue. Her and her mother have been sending me horrible texts and I don't know whether I did the right thing by kicking them out. Am I the jerk? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk.
So this is such a odd situation because usually the maid of honor is supposed to be like the one who's your right wing person in order to make sure that you have like the best wedding possible, and they're here causing you drama. They're here causing the drama, acting like it's their wedding, being like, oh, she's ruining my time to shine. It's not your time to shine, it's the bride's time to shine. And it's just ridiculous that she got her mom, of all people, to confront you with this after she didn't get the answer from you that she wanted. Ridiculous. Yeah, she's a huge jerk here. This is not acceptable. And just the fact that she created so much drama and ruined a 14-year-old's dress because for funsies seems pretty unreasonable, There was no reason why both of them couldn't wear the same dress. Plain and simple. Anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk, she sounds so conceited it hurts. It's your day, and as a maid of honor, she should be doing everything she can to make sure your day runs smoothly, not to be one of the cause of your problems. Sounds like a bad friend. The comment about ruining the bridesmaid day is honestly unhinged. You came to a party to celebrate someone else. It has nothing to do with you. Block them both and be done with it. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I the jerk for disinviting my fiance's aunt and uncle from our wedding unless they agree to honor our wedding's color scheme? And this one was specially requested by Amber. And yes, we have three wedding stories today. My fiance Jeremy and I are having a creature featured themed wedding.
Can I have an invite?
Amber wants an invite. In order to save money, we're having it before October instead of around Halloween. We sent out our invitations a couple weeks ago and have started to hear back from people. It's seriously being a headache because every other person has some kind of gripe about our wedding. No children under 15, there's no ring bearer or flower girls or junior bridesmaids. Relatives in either family think their kids should have that honor. Love my nieces, nephews, and little cousins, but main reason for this is it's a creature feature aspect. A lot of zombies, vampires, werewolves, etc. Like instead of my father walking me down the aisle to the podium, we're going to be chased by a zombified wedding party to the podium. Obviously, with monsters, we're going for a dark and dreary look. We've given the guests the choice of coming in costume or minimal, smart, casual attire. To keep the dark and dreary aesthetic, we've asked our wedding party and guests to please wear one of the following colors or any combination. Black, blue, red, silver, gray, dark purple, and white accents are allowed. Jeremy's aunt called asking if we were serious about the color requirement. We told her yes. His aunt and uncle insisted that they're already compromising enough by making their youngest kids miss out on an important family event. She said that they weren't going to be further making a mockery of wedding by dressing all gloomy because wedding should be a festive occasion. So she'll be wearing one of her favorite pink dresses and her husband in a yellow shirt. We told them we would discuss it. We did, and we figured to stick to our colors. We called them back and told them that if they feel strongly about it, it would be probably best if they didn't attend because we don't want to force them to wear colors that they don't like or attend a wedding that they don't vibe with. If they change their minds, let us know before the RSVP date. Some of Jeremy's family and our wedding party is telling us now that we should just let them wear what they want since we're already making it hard and unconventional by banning young kids and having things like zombies, chases, Halloween games, etc. I think that we're already being pretty generous and relaxed with our guests and wedding party in how they dress. I want families to have fun with us. And are we being the jerks? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerks or not the jerks?
You want to get married again?
Amber wants a zombie wedding.
That was my second idea.
So, I think that OP isn't a jerk in this situation, but I do think that little kids are probably capable of dealing with creature feature type things probably sufficiently, and they might have a lot of fun with it too. So I don't necessarily think that the young age is a good reason necessarily. I think that it's all right to ban kids from a wedding. I think that that is fine on its own. But I think the specific reason isn't necessarily like all that great unless kids have a history of having nightmares or something like that because of stuff like this. Because lots of kids very young dress up in Halloween costumes and go around during Halloween and see scary things, and they come out of it just fine. So I don't think that that makes you a jerk. I'm just kind of saying my opinion on that particular instance. I think that you're also being fine with setting up certain colors. Like a lot of people have these colors in their closets, so it really shouldn't be an issue for them to find it. A lot of people buy wedding dresses or rent tuxedos for a wedding. Not wedding dresses, but dresses for weddings. And that's just kind of how weddings go in general, so I don't know that this is really that big of a deal. Maybe you could tell them that they could dress up like a princess who was like a zombie princess or something like that if she's wearing this pink dress, or a zombie like homecoming queen or something like that, and have fun with it. So there's probably lots of room to have fun ideas with this wedding decor and everything like that. So, but I don't think that you're a jerk for wanting to have your wedding the way you want it. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk, so many colors to choose from. Wedding sounds like it'll be crazy fun. Not the jerk, everyone should have at least one of those colors in their closet. It's your wedding. They have the option of not attending if they feel strongly about it. You're the jerk. I think requesting guests to dress in certain colors for a themed wedding is ridiculous. I don't mind a request, dark and edgy attire encouraged, but a requirement is just rude. You'd rather have them wear what you want than show up to support you, which reflects poorly on you, not them. And just why? Why is this a hill you want to die on? Yes, your wedding sounds cool, and I love a themed party. If I was invited, I would be jazzed to dress for it, but it is truly worth for you two to make your family members upset because you can't deal if they wear pink. Like, how does what colors people, especially just two people, wearing affect you? Do you really think that it's going to ruin it for you? Alright folks, it is tea time! Grab your beverages of choice. I have some tea. Amber has some tea as well. Which dog keeps the best time?
A watchdog?
A watchdog. A watchdog indeed. And I have licorice spice. Alright, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Congratulations, we all made it to the weekend. So enjoy your weekend this weekend, or the start of your week, or wherever you are in your weekly cycle. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like. And if you done it, consider giving it a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.